Yeah, what I'm going to talk about right now is the word actually. So I believe that actually is our go-to word when we are emphasizing or reiterating a fact, right? Or if you are sure, if we are sure with what we are talking about. So, and unfortunately I'm so bored of using the word actually. So, for example, actually, I like Filipino food. So instead of saying actually I like Filipino food, you can replace that with I like Filipino food indeed. Or you can say I indeed like Filipino food because sometimes it's really dull or it's like mediocre whenever we're using the word actually, and it's cliche. So I think it's time for us to change that use, which is actually. So for example, instead of saying I actually like to watch Filipino program or Filipino shows. So instead of saying I actually like watching Filipino shows, you can replace that with a sentence. I indeed like to watch Filipino shows. So because when you say the sentence, I actually like listening or watching English shows, so it sounds boring and generic, right? So for you to sound different and for you to sound pro, you can, and that for you to sound more formal, you can say, I indeed like to watch the Filipino show, right? So for example, you're going to a mall and your favorite mall is Pacific Mall, right? So for example, Pacific Mall, Lucena, I actually like to shop at Pacific Mall. So instead of saying I actually like to shop at Pacific Mall, you can rather say I indeed like to shop at Pacific Mall, or you can twist it, like not actually twist, but you can reverse it. Like for example, I like to shop at Pacific Mall indeed. So at least by using that phrase, and even though you reverse them, they're both okay and both formal to hear. So it sounds it sounds pro, and it sounds better than using the sentence I actually like to shop at Pacific Mall. So the next is, instead of saying actually, you can also replace that with the word truly, right? So for example, I truly like Filipino culture. So instead of saying I actually like Filipino culture, you can say I truly like Filipino culture because Filipinos are warm, they are welcoming, and they are understanding and patient and helpful to people, especially to foreigners out there. Yes, other example. For example, I I actually like to go to Paris because Paris is a city of romance. So instead of saying I actually like to go to Paris, you can rather say I truly like to go to Paris because Paris is a city of romance. Yes. For example, another example, if you say I actually like to listen to Filipino music. So instead of saying I actually like to listen to Filipino music, you can say I truly like to listen to Filipino music because Filipino musicians are really good, really great, and the best singers all over the world. So something like that. And also, instead of saying actually, you can also say essentially. Say, for example, I like, okay, let me see. I like to read, I actually like to read a lot of books. So instead of saying I actually like to read a lot of books, you can rather say essentially like to read a lot of books because it's better to read a lot of books instead of posting anything on social media. So something like that. So that's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you learned a few things, I hope that you can support this channel. Don't forget to click the red subscribe button down here so you'll be notified and informed every time I'm posting and uploading new videos about English. Thank you. Good night.